Yeah, today is whatever Wednesday, so we can talk about whatever the audience wants to talk about. My big thing this morning is, maybe it's just a pet peeve. Maybe it's just because I'm, an older person, not old, but 41 years old. When I'm watching somebody stream, I like to be able to see the chat and interact with the chat. If the person's streaming across multiple streams, I'm not able to see the whole chat. So it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to confuse people. There may be a time where I do stream multiple streams, but it's not going to be on the same platform. If I'm gonna, at some point, the people that are moving onto the land, building a community with me, if they're streaming some kind of, video game or something, they can stream on YouTube, a single stream, also stream on Twitch. That I can understand. But doing two streams on the same platform, it's confusing to me. I don't know about other people, but I want to be able to see the chat, the whole chat. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm just ranting to get things started, but traffic circles, rotaries, whatever you want to call them. Is that what everybody wants to talk about this morning? It is whatever Wednesday, so it's up to you guys what we talk about. Talk about the weather, talk about sports, talk about politics, talk about religion. Talk about cars, there's all kinds of topics that we can talk about. Somebody's just get in the comments and get the ball rolling. Price of gas in China, or I don't know, price of gas in America, specifically the United States of America. I was saying at the beginning of the stream when I first got on the road, talking about, when I'm watching somebody stream or you guys are watching me, wouldn't it be a little confusing if I had two streams going on at the same time on the same platform? Like a horizontal view and a vertical view with separate chats. To me, that's confusing. But what do you guys think? Like, I can understand streaming on YouTube and streaming on another platform at the same time, like Twitch, or I'm sure there's other platforms that you can stream on. That's just my big thing this morning, is creating confusion with multiple streams. It's just my viewpoint. May not actually be the case, but because I want to be able to interact with the chat, and if I've got two chats going, that's twice as much work on my end. And if somebody's watching from a phone, they can't just flip back and forth to get the whole chat. I was watching a stream this morning where, the person will put chats up in their chats from the other stream, which I can't see that. How am I supposed to interact with people when your audience is split between two streams? That's my whatever this morning. What is your whatever this morning? Maybe a moment where you were like, oh, whatever. People trying to tell you stories that don't matter. It's like, whatever. Boy, that's a lot of traffic. Get out here on the big road and make sure people don't catch up to me. Here we go on the big road. Is that bus gonna turn or what? Here we go. There, getting some heat into the cab now. I left my hoodie somewhere, my work hoodie. Which means I'm probably going to be a filthy mess by the end of the work today. It's whatever. You guys have any opinions this morning? What's your opinion on school buses? I've got my commute kind of down to a specific time where I don't really have to deal with buses that much. But if I left, say 5 minutes earlier or 5 minutes later, I'd have to deal with quite a few buses. If the school bus driver picks up kids and looks back down the road behind them and sees traffic coming, should they have to pull over? What about, the school down in Old Town here that majority of kids don't even take the bus. Their parents drop them off at school. Shouldn't there be a limit on how many people can drop off their kids at school? Why can't they take the bus? And if the bus is impeding the flow of traffic just like anybody else, they should have to pull over. And if they are pulling over, they should have to come to a complete stop. Good morning. It is Whatever Wednesday, where we talk about whatever you want to talk about. Otherwise, I'm going to rant about what I want to talk about. We've talked about multiple streams on the same platform. We've talked about school buses. You grow weed. No. I pick weeds. I don't know why I would grow them. I don't like weeds in my garden. I'm sure you mean something else. It's not a weed. It's a plant that people grow. It has a name. If you want to rephrase your question, I think using specific words are really important, because then people don't get confused. I guess that's today's topic, is confusion. If you'd like to use a more specific word about the plant that you're talking about, I know what you're talking about, but I'd rather not confuse other people. What is that? Marie Margaret? Boy, there's a line of traffic back there. Yep, today is whatever Wednesday. Friday will be Farm Friday. And then Monday is our Ministry Mondays. So if you're interested in the other streams, the morning streams, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, double tap the screen, that's how it works. Ask anything you want, I will respond. Yeah, I can't believe I left my hoodie somewhere. It's either at my mom's or, I don't know, I looked in the back seat of the truck here and I didn't see it. Again, it's whatever Wednesday, so we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I've been trying to figure out a way to incentivize more people to interact. Instead of just being a passive audience member, I want people to be active. Yeah, that truck's gonna pull out. What is your topic of interest? What are you interested in? What do you want to talk about? I'll chat with you. I find it funny that all these big YouTubers say that when you're first getting started out, you gotta post every day, but you don't. You get your own schedule, your own niche, stream going. When you have a bigger audience, every day is fine. But I'm in the school of thought where if you stream every day and don't have a big audience, you're just watering down your content. That's why I switched to at least the morning shows 3 days a week. Limit, Susan, speed limit, Susan. It's 50 miles an hour. We were doing 45 for a second, but. Hello, MGMG, how are you this morning? What would you like to talk about? Apparently nothing. Yeah, speed limit, Susan. Up there in the front, holding everybody up. Hello, what is that, Paula? How are you this morning? What would you like to talk about? Oh, excuse me. So, here's my question. This is whatever I would like to talk about in the moment. Is if all the traffic around you is willing to do 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, and you're intentionally just doing the speed limit and you're at the front of the line, don't you think that you would have to pull over and let people go by you so you're not impeding the flow of traffic, which is a crime? Or let's go back to the rotary traffic circle idea. So when you're entering, a traffic circle is basically a mini highway, right? When you're pulling onto the rotary, you have to yield to the traffic that's on the rotary. If you're on the rotary and you're turning off, you're supposed to use your blinker, just like on a highway. Oh my word, people. And you're taking a left here? That is foolish. Just get off the road, bro. It is trash day in Milford. Would have been nice to have the morning off to see what kind of goodies I could find. I'm pretty sure spring cleaning is going to be here in a couple of weeks, so. Because right now all it is trash. I mean, from time to time I do stop, usually more down on the Bradley Road, but you can do it. Get out of my way. I beat the bus. Awesome. We're ahead of schedule. Only by about 30 seconds though. Maybe a minute. Because usually I don't catch that bus until I think it makes a turn down here somewhere. Should have blew my nose before I left the house. Not sure how. I forgot to load the truck with scrap metal. I gotta do that when I get back to the house, I guess. A couple of work vans for sale. Interesting. Old MG. Nice. Really making some quick progress with this house. They tore it down, they put in a mobile home, double wide, modular, whatever you want to call it. I've got to remember, if I do pick up scrap metal this morning, I've got to get rid of it. I can't take it home with me because I'm picking up a deep freezer from my uncle. It says it works. Just got to plug it in, test it. I mean, if it works, I'll post it on Facebook Marketplace. We'll deliver. Oh, here we go. Another person turning left. Oh my word, you're a psycho. See, there's a blue, I think it's an SI Civic, late model, like a, well, I wouldn't call it a late model, but it's like a 2010, 2015, somewhere in that range. Yeah, I don't like the looks of that window. It's not in a good frame. It's starting to rot. I'm always looking down the side streets and the side roads to see if there's anything out at the end of people's driveway, because that's kind of how it works in Maine, is if it's by the end of the driveway, it's fair game. How are you this morning? It is Whatever Wednesday, where we talk about whatever you want to talk about. Oh, some flowers, nice. Speaking of flowers, we just opened up a new flower bed at the farm. We're going to be, once I've got a couple of daylilies to split, and I'm going to split them pretty small to try to fill in the area that I'm trying to fill in. It's only a couple feet wide, but it's like 20, 25 feet wide, long. So these people are coming up to me pretty quick. I'm gonna get up to my cruising speed here. There we go. A little bit more. Yeah, that should be all right. Is that the scrap metal sign again, or is that just trash? Trash. There was a spot there that I got some scrap metal from last week. Oh, goodness. quiet Wednesday morning. Usually I get my second batch of audience later in the show here. Man, just can't stop. Yeah, this is my, third bus that I've snuck around. Boy, they got a big old flower garden in their backyard. Look like a bunch of daffodils and some white flowers, and those look like lupins. The old fella either passed away or he just doesn't want to make grow beds anymore. Good morning. Welcome to Whatever Wednesday, where we talk about whatever you want to talk about. What is it that you would like to talk about this morning? We talked about all kinds of stuff earlier. You see in the comments that somebody asked, do you grow weed? And I told them that I do not grow weeds in my garden. I plucked them out. I knew what they were talking about, but I asked them to be specific about their words, and they decided to leave. So how are you this morning? Glad you could come in and watch. Nope, they're gone. I wonder if I'm coming up on people that are scrolling YouTube Live or YouTube Shorts, and it's just not their cup of tea and they just move on. Is there a delay? Because there's times where I'm just not talking. I'm waiting for people to comment. YouTube probably wants it the other way around. They want me to talk until somebody comments, and I'm just, sometimes I'll rant about things, but I'm not just going to continually talk for 45 minutes every other morning or so. I'm trying to get people to interact, and a couple people said hi, and somebody asked a question, but I asked them to clarify on their question because I don't grow weeds in my garden. Now, I knew what they were talking about, but I wanted them to be specific with their words. Do you know what they meant by their question? I'm guessing another speed limit, Susan. People don't understand that people that drive this every morning drive a certain way. Come on, people. This is the problem. The people that commute every day have to deal with the people that don't. People that commute every day just maintain speed. You're impeding the flow of traffic. Makes no sense. I don't think anybody's gonna buy your truck, dude. Not much truck left to it. No doors, no hood. Well, there might be a hood on it, but there's no bed. No fenders, no headlights, no bumper. I mean, $500, sure. But does it run and move? Because I'm looking for a yard vehicle, something that moves, preferably. Got a roadside crew up here. I wonder how that's gonna go. Oh yeah. Can't really see in there very well, but it looks like some home construction business. Working on somebody's house. Oh, that hurt. Mashed my finger in a door yesterday. I think that's that same hand I got caught in a car door. What was that, last year? Yeah. Oh, I see brake lights. Oh, they're turning. Never mind. Never mind. The yard sale must be for the weekend. I don't see any scrap metal down that road. Let's see what Harlow Street has, if anything. I don't see anything. Oh, goodness. I don't think it's rare to have to stop this far back on Main Street in Brewer. What is going on? Where are you going, Volvo? Are you turning? Oh, you are. Using the lane for what it's made for. All these people headed to Bangor. We're quite early. It's only 7:59. 8 o'clock, basically. Oh. Nice Honda Accord. V6. Wonder if it's a sport model. Oh, man. Oh, touring model. With a zip tie holding the driver's door handle together. That light should change any moment now. Probably not. Yeah, there you go. Oh, get all these lights. Quite well. This person's license plate says, "I'm late again." I guess they're known for being late to work. Or late to everywhere they're going. It's another big pet peeve of mine. Is people budgeting their time. That's another problem with, people driving their kids to school, is that if they budgeted their time better, told their employer, hey, I gotta, get my kids on the bus, and that's the thing, is if you put your kids on the bus, they have to get on the bus earlier, and you'd be able to get to work on time. Nobody's gonna let them cross, I bet. Awesome. Go around. Good job. Stop letting people out. That adds minutes to people's commute because everybody wants to let people into the road. Like, they can wait their turn. I do it. When there's people trying to wave me across a 2-lane road, I've got to wait for the other lane to let me cross. So why not just go until the traffic's gone, and then I can do it at my own leisure. Okay, we're almost to work. I'm going to guess there's at least a handful of cars in the parking lot. In the perfect situation, it's one lane splits to 2 lanes just before this intersection, and people in the close lane want to let me in when the other lane doesn't even know. So no, I'll let everybody go by, and then it's my turn to go. I'll go. Well, good morning. You've caught the end of the show. Would you like to get your comment in before I end? I will respond to it. Just saying. Oh, Hannah brought some plants. No, all right. Let's see how many subscribers I got. Probably none.